Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Monday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches Darker Than Black. Oh boy, alright, so I'm giving this show one last chance. One more. And we'll see. We'll see, because I am honestly at the end of my fucking rope. I'm tired of people excusing it I'm tired of people excusing this show because they have a bias, because they've seen the whole thing and they know how it all ties together, or they've got external information. And I'm also tired of the show just telling us fucking nothing and putting mystery on mystery on mystery on mystery. So yeah. So on the last episode, Mr. Smithu, who is literally the only character I give half a fuck about, because, hey, guess what? He's the only one that's actually fucking interesting. He got in a fight with Electric Chinese Batman and murdered Havoc, who's starting to get her powers back. And apparently she didn't seem to put two and two together to think that, hey, maybe if I get my powers back, I'll get all my murder back as well. Because she's a fucking idiot, I guess. But, hey, there we go. There you go. Them's the breaks. But she's fucking dead now, so we'll never know. So let's just get in here and let's see what else the fucking show has to offer, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. Like straight up, I don't want to fucking slag the show off. I don't. But at the same time, man, I've never seen world building handled this fucking poorly. Like, world building does not mean like, hey, here's a thing, thing. It's like, here's a thing. Here's the things explained. Here's additional thing based off that explanation. Ugh, it's fucking ridiculous. So what's going on with this? Starting with a homicide. All right. Okay. Like, deadass, the only thing that actually honestly got me going on this episode was the fact that we are gonna have the fucking cool detective show. Did he just mind swap? Did he just fucking mind jack that man? See, that's a cool fucking power. How the fuck does it work? Do a flip. See, that's a cool fucking power, being able to jump into somebody and make them kill themselves. That's cool. So what, is his fucking, the cost for his power, he has to huff a rag full of ether? Is that it? Because that's a hell of a fucking recompense. Alright. Pizza Hut! Damn, I can't believe Pizza Hut got a fucking ad spot. God, make a fucking camp. What fucking thing? What sponsors did they fucking pass up to if fucking Camel and Pizza Hut was who they picked? See, this guy right here. This is the only reason I'm still watching this show. Her too. Her as well. That's a lot of cigarettes, and I would hardly call that flat-chested. Them some pretty big doppelhonkeros for someone as small as she is. So he managed to get the assistance by promising her that she could watch anime while she's supposed to be working. A dame walked into my office. She had legs for days. Feel like this man's been to jail at least once. Damn, that man set his peephole up so it would look down at anyone's titties. That man knew what he was doing. Oh, she's married. Alright, you gotta kick her out, Chief. That's just you just like, excuse me, could you tell your pet child to stop sniffing me? I mean, what's wrong with a cat? What's wrong with finding a cat? Also, what the fuck does this have to do with Electric Chinese Batman? Like, did Electric Chinese Batman steal the fucking cat? Very confused as to what the fuck this has to do with anything. I mean, hey, Electric Chinese Batman at least made an appearance with his gigantic fucking food habit. Did they get a description of the fucking cat at least? Damn, man, imagine sucking so much shit you don't even get called into the murder investigation. And then the kids go missing, and then they can get more money by looking for the kids. The perfect scam. Damn, I can't believe that widow killed all those guys. Can't believe it, she fucking murdered all of them. In cold fucking blood. How much money does fucking Electric Chinese Batman spend on food? How much is he getting paid to do this contractor shit, and how much of it is going into food? Damn, my girl got a type. The type with collarbones. Let me guess, they're gonna mistake Hernandez for what's this, Mizuki, whatever the fuck the cat's name was supposed to be? My man just wants to eat his crunchies, man. Don't kink shame him. Oh my god, it's the same fucking cat. Damn, can't believe those kids didn't want the fucking fat material. Fuck it, that was just a picture of fucking Hernandez. This is what it's gonna be. They're gonna wind up kidnapping Electric Chinese Batman's cat by accident. Can't believe all these kids now have cats. I mean, hey, if you go looking for a cat and you find a stray cat, that's your cat now. Especially if it doesn't belong to anyone already. Okay, so what's the gimmick here? What's the fucking gimmick here? So they're just gonna be looking for a cat. They can just grab Hernandez, and then they're just gonna get fucking tased to death by electric Chinese Batman. Well, that fucking bodes well, huh? What's the betting that the fucking mind swap man is in on this somehow? Jesus. That's a lot of perfume. Damn, my girl got in there. My girl got in there. She was like, okay, gonna marry this man who's like fucking 6 times my age, get all his fucking money, and then just never put out. Eventually he'll die and I'll get everything. Yep, alright. Alright, he was the executive of the fucking company that's getting all the suicides. The the cat is named after Coco Chanel. Oh boy, I wonder if there's a reference in there to Coco Chanel dating a Nazi that one. No. I just really like that historical fact. The fact that they were about to shut down her business and then the fucking Nazis rolled in. She's like, hey, let me hook up with someone to keep my business alive. Otherwise, the French would shut it down. And then the second the tides turn, she's like, nah, Chief, you outie. You outie 500. That dick ain't good enough. Okay, now why is Batman here? Very confused. Very fucking confused. So he's investigating the suicides? Is that what it is? Who? Who? Oh. Oh, she broke out the shovel. She broke out the shovel. She started digging for gold. She took the cat in the divorce, Morty. She took the cat in the divorce. She couldn't take the kids, so she took the cat. This is cringe. This is fucking cringe. Ooh, that's awkward. Someone's pleased with himself. My man's got a fetish now. My man's got a fetish for having his ears dug in. I feel like I'm going to jail for watching this. I don't know why. And so he had her ear canals removed. Just pulled those out. Can't have earwax if you don't have an ear canal. And yet she... So she never liked perfume, and yet she always wears perfume. I don't know, I'm sensing some bullshit coming out here, dude. I don't know about that. My man just wants to fucking eat his noodles. God damn. How does somebody working part-time cause some fucking... That's kind of ridiculous, dog. Like, I'm waiting for the big twist to be that they fucking steal Hernandez, or Hernandez was the cat all along and they ran away. What, did he make him shoot himself? He's just collecting different bottles of perfume from their corpses. First off, why do these guys have bottles of perfume on their corpses? Was it like a fucking monster drop or something? Jesus. Man, that guy kind of sucks. Damn, imagine if he did just grab Batman. Fuck, game over right there. What the fuck's he gonna do? What? What? So the cat is not a cat, he's a fucking guy. Okay, so where is his body then, and why is he always that same cat? Ugh. They're gonna accidentally switch jackets, aren't they? They're gonna accidentally switch jackets, and he's gonna get the jacket full of murder, isn't he? So my man's got a jacket full of evidence and has no idea why. Okay, and then there's Batman just being fucking suspicious as all shit. I thought Hay was supposed to be good at this. So why did Mao make a meow noise? Or did he leave the cat, or is he just being an asshole? Where did that guy come from? He wasn't there. Like, the garbage mansion? What, has it got a hoarder inside? Of course that's in his jacket. Of course that's in his fucking jacket. Jesus Christ, it's just garbage everywhere. It's just fucking... Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's just gross. Alright, man, how brave you feeling to grab the cat? So is he just gonna walk in and just find this dead lady? This girl's fucking corpse? That sounds less like a fucking cat and sounds like Donald Duck. Holy shit. Oh, she's a skeleton! Damn, alright. Damn. Damn, don't you hate it when your girl takes the hairs on your ass? Can't believe it. You need those to stay warm in the fucking winter. Goddamn. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh. So I just want to say first things first. I still fucking don't like this show. Like, this is like a cool, like, side mission kind of thing. Like, I think, like, I'll watch, like, the second part of this, like, just to finish this fucking side mission, then I think I'm done. Like... So the only character that I like so far, like in this episode, mind you, like, fucking Christ, like the only character that I like in this show is Mr. Smithu, and this detective and his assistant. You know, that's three characters out of this entire ensemble cast, and none of them are the fucking protagonists, and one of them is the antagonist. Like it feels like this show, like this episode specifically, it feels like, hey, we're gonna give Hey another fucking mission, or he's gonna do something. Can we make it interesting? Fucking how? I don't know, let's throw in like a gumshoe and a fucking hyperactive fucking assistant with pink hair. Okay, sure, yeah. And it feels like a side quest. It feels like the show knows that it's fucking dog shit and it's trying to distract you by jingling keys. And, God, it's like... And the sad part is, the fucking saddest part of all of this is the episode where we probably got the most fucking background information on anything. Like, why does the cat talk? After fucking 7 episodes of being introduced to it. Or, is it 7 episodes? 6 episodes? I don't know. I don't fucking care. Like, oh, it's actually a guy elsewhere in the world who can possess animals. Cool. So who is he actually then? Does Hey know? Does anyone know who this guy is? Where is he? Is he a ghost? How did they just... But at the very least, it's something. We know why the cat can talk. But... Just, oh my god, like, is he always a cat? How long has he been this cat specifically? Because it seems like he's been in this cat every time we've seen him. Like, does he have someone, like, have him up with an IV? Has he got, like, a colonoscopy bag? Like, fuck, is he okay? Like, Like, I'm exaggerating with that last part, by the way. I know that people are gonna take that serious, be like, oh, you wanna know how he shits? Like, no. That's what we call in the business a joke at the show's expense. Oh boy. A lot of this episode was cringe, but it was just like me going like, ooh, it's cringe. Oh, it's the prime cringe right there. Ooh. But like other than that, it's been pretty decent. Like I like the fucking like Kuwasara, whatever the fuck his name is. I like him. He's goofy. He's fun. He's not just like I'm Electric Chinese Batman. I'm a contractor with emotions. Look at all the emotions I'm showing. Like honestly, if fucking Havoc hadn't told me, like if Havoc hadn't told us that he has emotions, I would not have drawn that. He seems as emotionless and as distant as fucking everything. His main emotion seems to be anger, and that's it. Everything else is, hello, yes, I'm Electric Chinese Batman. Hello. Hello, small child, you are a moratorium. Would you like me to take you to the fun fair? Here, we are going to the fun fair. Let me turn on the fun fair. Zap. Behold, I am Electric Chinese Batman. Like, the show does a whole lot of, like, tell, not show. And even when it does tell, it doesn't really tell you the shit that you actually want to fucking know. Like, fucking, like, I swear, I think, honestly, if the show followed Kuwasara and Kuwasara alone, and it was him, a non-contractor, dealing with contractors and their bullshit, and doing, like, fucking, like, solving crimes and mysteries, I'd be having a much better fucking time. Because Hay is not a good character. The short Danny DeVito guy he hangs out with, like, is not a good character. Hernandez, like, is interesting, but not all that good. Fucking Havoc. Literally who? She's fucking dead. Like, the only interesting guy we have is the bad guy and is Mr. Smithu. Everyone else in his party is lame. You have fucking Tiny Oliver Twist Boy who can see everything through glass. And drunk fucking like African American bitch with fucking blue hair who can summon storms, but like not even useful storms. She just make it rain, which is only useful for Mista Smithu. Like there's nothing, like personality wise she's nothing. The dolls are nothing. Like the show needs a strong charismatic lead to fucking pull all of these fucking charisma-less assholes all the way through, and fucking Kuwasara is that, or whatever his name is. I'm gonna keep calling Kuwasara even though it's probably wrong. Fucking he is that charisma, and he's probably going to disappear after this part 2. We're never gonna see him again. And we're gonna go right back to Electric Chinese Batman being a fucking emotionless sack of fucking garbage. Like, fuck, dude. Like, I finally get a semi-decent episode, and it's it feels like filler, or at the very least a side quest. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know. Like, we still have a second part, so hey, who knows? Maybe fucking at the end of this, he'll take Electric Chinese Batman out back, fucking load his Glock, and just go blah, 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 until he fucking stops moving, and we can just follow him for the rest of the series. Oh, God. Like, I seriously, I don't want to, like, write this off, because I know Cersis recommended this, and the last thing he recommended, I had a similar issue, where, like, the characterization was fucking piss poor, and just, the story was non-fucking-sensical. Like, and I don't want to do this again, where, like, he recommends something, and I get, like, partway through it, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is trash, I'm out. Because, like, I like the guy. And I appreciate that he helps fund my content, but, like, oh, God, dude, I am fucking suffering on this show. Like, I'm fucking suffering. Just, I want it to be good, because, like, I can see how this could be good. Like, literally, here's how you solve the problems with this show, right? So if anyone out there is like a writer, or a fucking, like, a guy who wants to make a show, or a manga, or a novel, whatever the fuck, right? You cannot have a charisma black hole. You cannot. Somebody in the show needs to have the charisma to pull everyone else through. Usually, that's the protagonist. They got some kind of charisma that leads them through, right? So God, I don't want to use Star Wars again. I don't want to use Star Wars again, but it's such a like a genericized story that I could literally... Okay, so Luke Skywalker, right, in A New Hope, is not that charismatic. He's a dumbass farm boy who wants to do good, but doesn't know how, and he's kind of a whiny piece of shit, right? No, not really any charisma. So very, very quickly, you see Princess Leia in the opening. She's got charisma. She's got the moxie, right? But you don't see all that much of her. And then, like, fucking 30 minutes in the movie, you get Han Solo. A man with a charisma so dense that everyone around him automatically becomes cool simply by his sheer presence. And then as the movies go on and Luke grows into himself as a character, he starts to have that... He doesn't have the same level of charisma as Han Solo, nor does he have the same type. Han is like the... Like, you know that fucking, like, that fucking shot in A New Hope where Han fucking is just like... And he's got that smug fucking look on his face? That's it. That is him encapsulated as a fucking character, right? I think that's New Hope. I don't know. And then like, as time goes on, Luke starts to become like this wise Jedi master, and he's like, he's growing into himself. He's still whiny at points, especially in Empire, but he's starting to grow into himself, and you start to be like, he starts to be able to pull you through the movie by force of personality, because he is the good boy. He is the fucking chosen one. He is the hero. He is going through, and he wants to help his friends. He's not backing down from a fight. He's a good fucking boy, but he's still a little rough around the edges. And then Return of the Jedi. He's the calm, serene master that you want to listen to because he sounds like he knows what he's fucking doing. He's making it up as he fucking goes along, but he sounds like he knows what he's doing. And that is the perfect thing for a story. For you to have, if you have a story and your protagonist does not have the charisma to fucking draw an audience in by themselves, you need to give them someone that can, at least until they develop. And this show does not do that. Like, by virtue of contractors being damn near emotionless husks, almost every superpowered individual is lame as shit. With one exception, and that is Mr. Smithu. For some reason, that man is allowed to have a suave coolness to him that immediately makes me like him, that immediately makes me root for him, and that immediately makes me wish he was the fucking protagonist. He's a contractor. Why isn't he sitting around being like, yes, hello, I am Mr. Smithu. I am here to kill electric Chinese Batman. Ice. Because that's basically what every other fucking contractor in the show is. Like, when they're not panicking because they're about to get fucking killed, they're emotionless husks. Fucking, you know? Like, fuck, dude. Like, it's just a massive weakness of this show. Like, and there are multiple weaknesses to this show, but I feel like if we just had a charismatic fucking character that could, like, pull the audience in through sheer force of personality, I probably wouldn't care as much. Like, I'd probably go and get something out the fridge after recording this video, open it and look inside and be like, wait, how the fuck does that work? But that's what fridge logic is, and the whole point of characters like that is to enforce fridge logic and be like, that works in the time because you don't care how it works. You care how fucking cool the fucking protagonist or fucking side character, whoever the fuck is supposed to be the emotional core of the story, the charismatic core of the story. You care what they're doing and how they're making it cool. But if you don't have that, the fridge logic kicks in instantly and you're like, why the fuck does that work? How the fuck does that work? And when the fuck does that work? And that's what I run in this show. So, like, if you are going to have an emotional, like a charismatic void, like, at the center of your show, you would best make sure the entirety of your world makes logical fucking sense, or that you can make it make logical fucking sense. Because otherwise, fridge logic kicks in immediately. You know? Like, once again, don't want to use Harry Potter as an example, because apparently that fuck got everyone pissed the fuck off, because yeah, that series, actually pretty decently written, even though it's written by a fucking piece of shit. Like, Harry is not a fucking very charismatic individual in the first book. Fucking none of them are. Because the entire point of the book is to explain how the world works. And so, as a result, and by the way, I'm talking the movies, not the books, in this situation. Because, hey, visual media, right? Everything in the movies can be inferred and logically deduced because the movie takes time that would otherwise be spent on Harry having cool fucking badass moments, if he was a charismatic Han Solo type, and instead it's like, the one chooses the wizard, Mr. Potter. This is Green God's bag. It's where the vague anti-Semitic stereotypes do all the money. Fucking, fuck! It's not that hard! Oh, Jesus, but, yeah. I like this episode so much better because I'm not thinking about how contractors work. I'm not thinking about how their powers work. I'm thinking, man, this detective guy is fucking cool. If you're not confident enough in your story to fucking give the audience stuff to infer, you'd best fucking distract them with things. I know I'm saying jingly keys. Sometimes what you need are jingly keys. Sometimes there is an aspect of your story or your world that you yourself do not want to explain or do not wish to explain, nor do you even know how it fucking works. You just thought it was cool and was like, I'm putting that in. Sometimes you need to be like, oh, don't think about that. Jingly keys. Look, he shoots lightning out of his hand. Go, jingly keys. That's how fucking JoJo works. And JoJo is, despite the memes, is actually pretty fucking well written. And there's a lot of stuff in JoJo that does not make sense when you think about it. But you know why no one gives a shit? Araki's got them jingly keys. Fucking hey, don't think about how stands work. Don't think about where Hammond went. Just look at how fucking cool Jotaro is. Look at Josuke. Yeah, it doesn't matter the way his stand works. Fucking just look at it. Look at it. He's doing a cool thing with the rocks. Yes, look at this. How does Giorno's stand work? Who the fuck knows? Look at the keys. Fuck. Of course, over time, Araki sat down and went later chapters went, okay, here's how the thing works. I figured it out. But still, the fact that he was jingling keys at us meant that none of us fucking cared for the most part. Because it was cool and we could excuse it and suspend our disbelief. Here, they don't have that excuse. They don't have the jingly keys. They don't have the charismatic character. They barely have the badass moments. It's just sad Batman boy goes through a world that doesn't make any fucking sense because there's nothing to infer. Fuck. Oh, but yeah, that's gonna get... But I guarantee you people are gonna be mad at me because people have watched the show all the way through and they've got to the point at the end where everything's explained. And they'd be like, oh, no, you can't just judge the thing. I can. That's the whole fucking point of this series. And if you're not judging shows as you watch them, you're fucking watching them wrong. You need to sit... when you are watching a show, especially if you're doing it from an analytical sense, which is what these fucking videos are, yeah, you need to be looking at each scene, and you need to be thinking, how does this work? Why does this work? And if it doesn't work, is the scene awesome enough or fucking, rule of cool enough that I can overlook it and suspend my disbelief. It's like in Dungeons and Dragons, right? Technically, Tensor's floating disc always floats 30 feet behind the wizard that cast it. Does this mean I have never allowed a wizard to use it as a surfboard? No, I have allowed that because it was cool. Does it technically go against the rules of the spell? Yes. Was it really cool to see him surf along a tidal wave of acid that was barreling down a tomb corridor at him? Yes, it was. Did we find a way to explain it later? Yes, we did. You know what I mean? You can break or establish brand new rules without explaining them if you make the fucking introduction of it cool enough. Electric Chinese Batman just isn't cool enough. He's kind of lame, honestly, as a character. Sad boy eats a lot of food and then shoots tasers at people. I mean, if I wanted to see a Chinese guy shoot tasers at people, I would just fucking tune into the coverage of the Hong Kong riots. And with that, that's where we'll end the episode. Thanks for coming, everybody. As always, everybody, let me know what you think of this down there in the comments. Because once again, while this series that I do of Nozz Watches is analytical, it is, once again, subjective, because there are people have different opinions on different things and people have different standards of things. There are agreed upon things that most people have, but there, once again, subjectiveness does play into things. Fucking Ebert has been wrong about quite a few things in his life. And his death. He's dead, right? I think he's dead. But yeah. yeah, let me know what you thought down there in the comments. Whether you agree with me, you disagree with me, or hey, maybe there's like some aspect to it that I fucking just, who knows. Let me know down there in the comments. As always, I am Nozz. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below. And if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description and on the end card. A list of all the people that keep the show up and running. If you do become patron, there are some benefits, but those are all listed there, so you can get those there. And hey, by the way, oh wait, no, this comes out on Monday. Never mind. I gotta say this on the next video I make. But yeah, keep an eye. If you're new to the channel, hey, and you like video games, like 2 hours ago, I think I posted like the final episode of Paper Mario Origami King. So if you're interested in that game and the Let's Play, it's a full ass Let's Play waiting for you. Oh boy. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. But what's really involved, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a rune.